Okay, I have a message before I delete this next YouTube. I have a message for Russia, for the whole of Russia. I have a message for the whole of Russia, and yeah, no one's gonna like that. Yeah, God, yeah. Let's have a look. 19 on my timer, 6:54 on the clock, 21:22 now on my timer for the whole of Russia. By the way, Ukraine. If anyone from Ukraine ever hears this, and I mean from Ukraine, I don't mean from Russia and just gone over to Ukraine, or supposedly from Russia and gone over to Ukraine. I just mean from Ukraine. If anyone from Ukraine ever hears this, please know, I always believe nobody has the right to just take a piece of the world and call it theirs. Nobody. Not just Russia. Nobody. No one. I don't believe any of us have. The only reason we only have any part of the country, any part of the world to call ours at all is because of killing. It's because of nastiness, not because of who's right for the job, not because of who's best for the job, okay? I think we're all finding that out more recently, all right? It's always been because the same as, the crown, the same as kings and queens. It's never been because anyone said, you are a king, you are a queen. It's because we have killed for the crown. We have killed for that piece of land. Everybody, the whole world, not just Russia. But anyway, Ukraine, if you ever hear this message, please understand. I absolutely believe the way that the leader of Russia has done what he's done is barbaric. Yes, I do. It's barbaric. Absolutely barbaric. I absolutely believe that he should have come on in there, rocked up and gone, yo, Ukraine, babes, look at me. Look at me running the whole of Russia. And look what I can do for you, and make it all nice and not go in with guns and killing and things like that. However, I've been reading some things today, and I've learned some things today because I wanted to learn about what respect it is exactly that Mr. Vladimir Putin would like for Russia to obtain, to maintain respect and a place on the world stage. Thing is, I'll say this, Mr. Putin. Growing up, Russia was a very big part of my life. Because my Uncle Richard, he used to run there. He used to train there. He used to run. He used to run in the snow. in just shorts. I mean, not just shorts. I'm sure he had a t-shirt on as well. And I never knew why he went to Russia. I think he went to find his real mum because he was adopted. The story goes, and we'll say the story goes, because my grandma June, she listens like spring and she talks like June. No, I'd like to still be able to maintain cleaning like June did. Changing decoration every so often like June did. But I don't talk like June did because no one ever taught me or talked to me the way I talk to any of you. It's not something I learned. It's something that I grew. It's something I learned from life experience. No one sat me down and went, these are my opinions. All my confessions. Yeah, let's not even get down into that. Thank you. I don't want to fucking know. This is self-belief. It's the belief that I found myself in what I think of the world. But the story goes that my grandma and my granddad adopted him. Quite frankly, like I said, I would love to be able to clean how I used to, but someone said I had to come off drugs because it wasn't good enough. And those drugs were what I was taking to self-care for my ADHD, actually, that I clearly have that nobody will help me with. So I thought, okay, fine, not good enough. And Glitcher went, okay, fine, not good enough. She's not good enough. All right, how about this, sweetheart? You come off all that overnight. Guess what? There'll be no withdrawals. There wasn't. And we've got hackers to prove that, haven't we, hackers? I can go on, off as many times as I like, and it not fucking affects me. Not really. And then Glitcher said, I'm going to show you some things now. And he has, actually, systematically shown me one by one all the people that I was supporting at the time, sadly, including President Zelensky. I've been shown some things. It's unfortunate. It is what it is. Especially now I find out today that someone that was trying to possibly make out that they cared about me. It's even more ridiculous now. Because now, I mean, it makes so much sense. It makes so much sense. I don't know why I didn't see it before, even when someone told me before, someone even wrote it before, and I went, oi, and I stuck up for the person being accused of being something, because how dare anyone do that on a comment? But I mean, it makes so much sense now. My bad. But now it was even more ridiculous that this person would ever care for me. So shame he doesn't realise the things that were on him were spells to begin with. But never mind, it's not my concern anymore. Hasn't been for quite some time, clearly. And I'm not his. But Mr. Putin said, it may not mean much to you, but on behalf of every single person, at least in England, sir, I apologise to you if you feel wronged at all before the Ukraine thing, before you went a bit crazy, before you went a bit, well, no one will give me good attention. I'm going to have bad attention. And we all do it, especially leaders, but we all do it. It's something that we do. It's something because growing up, our parents and their people aren't taught properly. It's something we all do. And what I've read is, there is a little bit of, it can be justified from what I'm reading today, a little bit of what I'm reading today. The way you feel, sir, Mr. Putin, the way you feel about this lack of respect. And I'm talking about before you went into Ukraine. It can be justified. The things that I'm seeing, the things that I'm reading. So if England or anyone in England ever did that to you, ever made you feel like that, from my soul, sir, on behalf of all these people, I genuinely apologise to you for that. From them. Through me, to you. Absolutely. Absolutely. I have also had a way of, an idea of how we cannot bring peace. There will never be peace between you and Mr. Zelensky. When I see you laughing so hard that you cry, I think at one of his shows, I think that's what I saw. I think. And then I see this so-called animosity between the two of you. And then I see Mr. Zelensky disgracing himself and God in any moment of joy we try and put in a child's life at Christmas by, saying Christmas wishes exist. I'll make a wish at Christmas. Any magic that we try and put. Although Mr. Zelensky is absolutely disgraced, and he has disgraced any joy at Christmas by saying what he said the other day about Ukraine's Christmas wish. You two will never be at peace. It will never happen. It will never happen. I mean, unless it's all a big con and you both stall in for time for a different reason, I don't see you two ever being at peace. But I've had an idea about how we can create a permanent, overseen by NATO and possibly BRICS, one person from each side, one person that has got the right to make a decision on behalf of all the other people from each organisation. I believe that there is a way to have a permanent ceasefire agreement. Actually. And seeing as you'll never get this because my hacker really doesn't like me. But, I mean, I don't like me either. I'm getting quite sick of me also. Like, I'm getting quite sick of all of you, to be fair. But I saw a video of you taking a holiday in the wilderness. Awesome. Awesome. Please understand, sir. I really don't agree with the way you're behaving with Ukraine. And actually, the skies above you, the energy around you, really does not like at all the bloodshed, the children's tears. But I can see over time how certain things have transpired and why you may think and feel the way that you have done. And actually, sir, also on behalf of the entire world, if you, Mr. Vladimir Putin, have had anything to do with bringing injustice to any terrorists at all, if they were really, truly, honestly terrorists, and you have helped with bringing those to justice or putting a stop to terror, on behalf of the entire world, every child on this planet, thank you. If it's something you have helped with in the past, it's respect you absolutely should have got. Absolutely. If that is something you have helped with. Absolutely. And like I said, on behalf of every child on this planet, if you, Mr. Vladimir Putin, have helped towards ending, stopping, easing any terror before you started to cause it, then thank you, sir. And I only wish the people in power had have given you that respect that you needed, because maybe, just maybe then, you wouldn't have thought, fuck it, if you can't beat them, join them. I'm going to create my own terror now. Because, sir, that is what you're doing. You're causing terror in children that deep down you really love. And you do. You absolutely do. And I know that you do. It hurts me. It hurts me because I know that you do. Or you did. You did before children didn't matter anymore. A bit like Mr. Zelensky. Before that Christmas wish, he stood on that screen and said basically, children don't matter. Children finding a little bit of joy at Christmas doesn't matter because I'm just going to go and disgrace it. And I'm going to show them it's okay to wish for people's deaths at Christmas. Sometimes I want to get you both in a room, bang your heads together and say, have you both lost your damn minds? But anyway, I don't want to end that on a horrible bit. I want to end it. I want to say to you, I think there is a solution. NATO, BRICS. I think there is a solution for a permanent ceasefire that BRICS and NATO would have to oversee. And they would have to be prepared. But it would also mean, I think, really and truly, somebody would have to decide, are you going to be only with BRICS or NATO? I think the fact that you're part of both, one way or the other, I think that's a bit rude. And I think that's a bit unfair that you, Mr. Putin, and Russia can be part of BRICS and NATO, but Ukraine can't be part of NATO at all. You want respect, sir. Give everybody a reason to give you some respect. You're saying Ukraine can't be part of this, can't be part of that, but you're part of two places. That's one little tiny little thing. I haven't quite figured out how we're going to deal with that yet, but I have had an idea. This normal, communal garden, very extremely clever, psychic, empath, telepath, whatever, probably a bit psychopath, has had an idea that may just work. But it would take a very strong agreement from NATO and BRICS to then stick to, and it would be actually NATO and BRICS also learning to stick to a plan should the world end out in arms and things like that. I mean, technically we already are, but Ukraine and Russia, I think, have had an idea how to stop your firing, how to cease your firing, not how to bring peace. Peace is an agreement on each side to put the past away and not allow it to affect you again. Peace. I don't see you two ever with what's gone on ever. I think actually all these peace deal things, I don't think they're worth the paper they're bloody written on, because no one actually means them. Mr. Trump, you're a tool. Okay, the whole world thinks so. You don't belong in office. And what you've done recently and who you went to for help with that, for surveillance and this and that, you want to all be damned ashamed of yourselves, okay? Okay? That's what I feel. And it's a fact because it's coming out my mouth, all right? It's what the energy around me feels and thinks. It's no joke. And for the one that stands there and goes, ha ha ha, she doesn't know what she's talking about, I would buy yourself a hard hat. Don't go on a plane. Don't go travelling. Don't get in a car. Don't have anything sharp around you. Don't do anything possible that could possibly land you dead or any of your family or friends because you made the stupid mistake of saying that girl in England doesn't know what the fuck she's talking about. Because I'm telling you, there's people are piling up more and more every day that are going to turn around and go, actually, yes, she freaking does. Yes, she does. Yes, she does. Menji around me is telling me to say these things. I think I have a plan about a permanent ceasefire between Russia and Ukraine, which would be lovely for the children, sir. And on behalf of every single child on the planet, if Mr. Vladimir Putin, if you've had anything to do with bringing down any terror energy in the past, then thank you. Thank you. And if my country that I live in has been part to do with you feeling like you're not respected when you may have deserved it, I apologise. The energy apologises for that bit. Anyway, Ukraine, I absolutely stand with you. Same as any other place in the world. I believe we all have a right to live everywhere on this planet. Just unfortunately, because of the generations of BS, it can't be that way right now. But if everybody carries on the way they are, take it from me, there is not going to be a world to argue over. And you may not see it in your lifetime. Your grandchildren might not. But your great-grandchildren might. And you will watch. You just won't be watching from life. You'll be watching from death, where you will not be given the opportunity to be able to come and help people in their lives. You will watch from death. You won't get the privilege of being able to trigger people or send numbers to people or do this or do that. You'll just have to watch them suffer. And it will be even more torture than the torture everybody's already been through to get us to this point of devastation in this world in the first place. I would urge anybody also, if anybody goes over history and decides, hang on a minute, look, we could have done that a bit better. We could have said thank you there. We could have said thank you. We could have said thank you. We could have said sorry. We could have. I suggest any leaders, anyone, anywhere, putting aside what's gone on with Ukraine right now. But before then, I would urge any leaders, especially from America, because let me tell you what I'm seeing also. I'm hearing American leaders' names in all this stirring, actually, with the Russia thing over the years. I'm hearing a lot of names of leaders from America. America, I'm not being funny, right? Anybody out there that feels like if you go over history and think, actually, we wouldn't have done that without Russia's help, say thank you. Just say thank you, even know what's going on now. Because what we do as adults is we don't involve the children. So what you could do as leaders, as adult leaders, is not involve what's going on between Russia and Ukraine right now, but make a point of going back over history, going, okay, right, well, we didn't say thank you for that. Thank you for that. We didn't say sorry for that. We're sorry for that. We didn't give a little bit of respect for that. Have a bit of respect for that. Sometimes when a person has nothing left to lose, you know, I'm not saying it's anyone else's fault what is going on. But I read some things today, and I read on the lines and between the lines, through the lines, then I get this and I get that. And when I was coming up with a plan to heal this thing between Russia and Ukraine, I was shown the Five of Swords in a particular way. I was shown two storybooks that tell me My little plan might absolutely work, but it starts with other people as well being able to go, we shouldn't have done that. We're sorry, we apologise, have a bit of respect, have a whatever that is. Because thanks to stirrers, unfortunately, peace is a thing that I don't think Russia and Ukraine are going to see in any of our lifetimes. But for the children, we may well be able to come up with a really good plan of a permanent ceasefire. That there will be rules. That if it is messed about by either side, yeah, carry on your fighting. So I've had a great idea. Chain reactions, you know, they're everywhere. And I'm telling you now, everybody might think, you know, we're going here when we die, we're going here when we die. I'm not going to tell you where you're going when you die. Because it won't be to me. You won't be coming to me when you die. But sadly, I might be sent to you. Whoever you are, wherever you are. And I'm not joking. If someone doesn't do something soon, give and take. Not just take respect, give it as well. Earn it. Feel it. You lot are not going to have a world to argue over for much longer. That is no joke. Because, you know, the thing about the DHD is... Never mind. You know one of those explosions, yeah? They're just so bright. I can't explain to you. I'm not going to. It's written. It's written. And the lies have been told. The rules have been broken. And the fail-safes have been put in place over time. For this nasty, cruel game. For the glitch. To start. And it has. And it's glitching out in and out of this fabric that you lot call the Matrix and stuff like that. And you have no idea. You've made us all grow through a world of bullshit that you've weaved into existence that may or may not be true, but we all have to live it out because that's what you've made us do. The world will end. If the war does not. Those that shall not heal, they will be destroyed. They will. One way or the other. Whether that be through devastation because their family's going to get destroyed, or whether they actually get destroyed. And then when all that is left is what is left, then we all will be destroyed. It's been written, it's been said, and it's been lived by. Which means all of the energies are adding up.